somebody on the live.
Shalom, shalom. Shalom. We would like to start off by giving our honor and glory to We also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstar who rule well, as well as peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. All right, we are at the GMS Mississippi camp. I heard once again prophesizing the downfall of Babylon, also prophesizing of the uprising of the 1/3 of the nation of Israel. Here with another lesson, we're going to be spearheaded by the priest, Brother Ayash.
So what we're going to get into, yeah, it's good, bro. Come on, bro. So what we're going to get into through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shema Shah, is a lesson done, inspired by a lesson done by the elder brother this morning. And pretty much going into how our people try to judge us based off low culture, based off westernization. Okay? Our people try to judge us based off a culture that has failed them. That's and right. Is failing them, man. And the scriptures, when we're born again, we're born into nobility, man. So low culture can't understand nobility, man. You know? And that's why before we was born again, we really didn't understand what the scripture was speaking of, man. Because it's a book written from the perspective of a king. When you go into Yahweh by Shema Shah, okay, he's the king of kings. So when you go into the Bible, okay, the perception and the outlook of the Bible is from the perception of a king, man. Okay? And now we've been born again to a new way of living, and by default it's offensive to our people because they only know low culture. Okay? So let's get there, bro.
You want me to start at 21?
Yeah, you start on.
This is John 8:21. Then said Yahweh Shah again unto them, I go my way, and ye shall seek me, and shall die in your sins.
Okay, go ahead.
Whither I go, ye cannot come.
Go ahead.
Verse 22. Then said the Jews, will he kill himself? Because he said, whither I go, ye cannot come.
Yeah, so we talking about going to the spiritual realm, after his death. Because see, they didn't understand that he had to be that sacrifice to get us back to that glory. So even the aristocrats of their time, they couldn't understand Yahweh Shai, okay, because them niggas were still carnal and on a low level. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And he said unto them, ye are from beneath, and I am from above.
Yep.
Ye are of this world, and I am not of this world.
So what was he saying? He said, you are from beneath, I am from above. Because Jake was content, all right? The leadership at the time, they was content with being do-boys to the Romans. And you go into the nobilities of Rome, them niggas was of a low culture. When you go into the Caesars and those different families, those senators, all of them was of a low culture, man. Okay, their entertainment, okay, was to see men kill each other, all right, to see women, have sex with animals. That was the entertainment of the nobility of Rome, and Jake was content to being do-boys for them niggas, man. So Yahweh Shah was like, look, y'all from beneath, man, okay? Y'all proud like y'all got it, but look, first of all, y'all do boys for another nation, but then look at the niggas y'all do boys to, man. Because even you go into like that baby mama shit, like Augustus Caesar, daughter, she had 3 baby daddies. She was married 3 times, okay? You go into like the nobility of the Caesars, like them niggas was ratchet on some ratchet shit, man. Yeah. And the scriptures say, matter of fact, you go real quick in Sirach 10:2,
Well, they go to show you no new thing under the sun.
Yeah.
How Jake got that culture from the Romans.
Yep.
All right, like it was broken down to us. Jake got that low culture in America from Esau Edom.
Yep.
The southern culture.
Yep.
Shootouts.
Yep.
Brothels, bars, clubs. Yeah, wild west mentality.
White boy wasted.
White boy wasted. Yep.
Come on, man. So you niggas trying to judge us off of culture that's a low culture, man. You got it, bro.
Start 1?
Oh, yeah, you started one, yeah.
Hey, this Sirach 10:1.
Yep.
A wise judge will instruct his people.
Yep.
And a government of a prudent man is well ordered.
A government of a prudent man is well ordered. Now, you look at nigga culture, okay? Look at the disorder in nigga culture, the dysfunction in nigga culture, okay? How in the hell could they be in a position to criticize somebody? another culture. Okay? Look how much chaos is amongst niggas, man. Okay? Look, you got a thing called drill culture, gang culture, single mother culture. Okay? Look at how many of these Jake men, uncles, and stepdaddies that are fondling with these little girls and boys. So, and then the family act like ain't nothing happening.
Nothing happening.
They know about this shit, but they act like ain't nothing happening. But we don't eat pork and celebrate Christmas. Now the whole family gotta have an intervention about us.
Yeah. And they gotta protect their daughter from us, like, you know, hey, you gotta watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He might try to pull you into his, what he got going on.
Yeah. But
Well,
you
yeah.
don't know you got it,
No,
bro.
but your last nigga was a drug dealer.
Yeah.
It was no beware of him.
Yeah.
You know, he sold dope. He sold weed to that
Yeah,
people, man.
yeah.
You know?
He's a part of the crime rate. He's
Right.
a part of house invasions going up.
Yep.
But this nigga pull up to the Thanksgiving dinner and everybody come outside.
Yep.
He said he don't even get out of the car.
Yep.
You know, he a celebrity.
Yep.
You know? but they understand that you believe you an Israelite and you a villain. You know? And that's why that narrative that our people run with is getting to the point to look, man, we not begging to be around y'all, man. And we not begging for y'all approval. You know, and we not here to beg you to understand what we're a part of, man. You got it, bro.
This is verse 24. I said therefore unto you that ye shall die in your sins, for if ye believe not that I am he,
Yep.
you shall die in your sins.
And that's what most of our people are gonna die in their sinful state because they refuse to believe. Because guess what? Your little cousin, your little brother, your nephew is an extension of Yahushua. And that's what you're offended at because your little cousin, your son, your nephew is becoming like Yahushua. And that's offensive to low culture. You know? Yahushua and the way Yahushua move, okay, is offensive to low culture, man. Okay? Because Yahushua, he's the highest of the highest when it comes to order and wisdom. You see? And that's what niggas despise. What the script say, fools hate wisdom. You got that, bro. If you can find that, say fools hate wisdom. You got it, bro.
This is Sirach 10 and 2.
Yep.
As a judge of the people is himself,
Yep.
so are his officers.
Go ahead.
And what manner of man, the ruler of the city, is such are all that dwell therein.
Yeah, so Esau Edom is the biggest anti-Messiah on earth. Okay? And our people, okay, that are still enchanted by the devil, they're very anti-Messiah. So they're offended by any Messiah type behavior. Any behavior that mimics Yahushua, our people instantly get offended. Okay? They're offended that you're not into adultery. Okay? That your life doesn't revolve around the damn sport. Okay? You don't listen to nigga music or, you know, Jake is offended at anything that's pro Yahushua. Because they're anti Yahushua, man. Because they're of their father the devil, Esau Edom, who hates the Messiah, who hates any form of righteousness, man. Eve is offended. What? Eve is mad at the pygmies.
Yep.
Eve is mad at the passport bros.
Yep.
Eve hates for the men on this side to nation build.
Right.
You see, because one thing about it, as Jake is coming back to becoming men, Eve is not the center of attention. The resources ain't flowing to Eve like they used to, man. Okay? So the nigga woman hates any Jake that got any confidence, any Jake that has a woman that's in order. Eve hate that, man. You know, she's offended at that.
And that goes for your family too.
Yeah.
You got sisters, I got sisters, man. They don't like that shit.
Nah.
You know, like, they don't like your woman is submissive, but she reporting to you.
Yep.
They don't like that shit, man.
Yep.
Some might not mind, but some of them, that shit demonic, man.
Your mama don't like that.
They don't like that.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't like it if your mama skip over you and talk to her, and your wife turn around and tell you.
Yep.
Like, yeah, man, they going behind your back and
Yep.
trying to talk to me.
Yep.
They don't like that she reporting to you, man.
Yep.
Cause like that matriarch is real,
Yeah, tough, man.
and they feel entitled to you.
Yep.
She feels like you belong to me, like a pit bull or something, man. Like she got you like a base Jake.
Yep.
She already assumes you're basic.
Yep.
She gets surprised if you know a big word.
Yep.
You know, she gets surprised if you kind of got that cup. They hate that, man.
You're not drooling over her.
You're not drooling over her.
You know what I'm saying?
And if I just may say this real quick, it's energetic. So you don't have to say anything to Eve. If you walk up to the register, your energy follows you.
Yep.
And if you emit like a confident energy, that's why they got their attitude problem. It's offensive to their dominant energy.
Yep.
A feminine energy should be bubbly off you.
Yep.
You ever had a woman around you, she giggly?
Yep.
She in that feminine energy.
Yep.
And that masculine energy get her all.
Yep.
But when a woman is dominant, that's why he got that attitude problem, man.
Yep. Gone, bro. Gone. Them two lights.
Yeah.
Because like I say, that masculine and feminine complement each other.
That's right.
But Eve and her masculine, you know, so Jake and their masculine, they're offended, man.
Yeah.
And then these niggas, okay, they've grown up, okay, in this emotional environment to where, you know, when you're straightforward with Jake,
Yep.
you know, they can't deal because they never dealt with that type of male authority, man. You see, and the reason why our people, you know, they love, you know, the chaos, the dysfunction, that toxic shit, because Jake ain't building nothing. Jake just here fucking and smoking, you know, and clubbing. You see? They're not building towards nothing, but when you building towards something, you gotta be strategic.
Yep.
You gotta plan things out.
Yep.
That's why when you building something, okay, look, your son gonna marry my daughters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give, all right, look, we're gonna train your sons up. I'm gonna train them for 2 years, you train them for 2 years. They gonna get the daughters, we're gonna put the enterprise on your son's back. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you building for something, you gotta be strategic. Like the elites. The elites got it, the Rothschilds got it to where no woman can have part in the family business. They run their shit straight patriarch. Straight patriarch. They give the matriarch to the tribe because they know that shit causes confusion, man. You know?
And that gives them kingdom security.
Yep.
If the people in your dominion is ruled by women, they'll never overtake you.
Yep.
If the Israelites are ruled by women, that's why we haven't had a Black Wall Street since Black Wall Street.
Yep.
Because what happened after Black Wall Street? The welfare.
Yep.
What do you call it? Feminism, man.
Sexual liberation.
Sexual liberation. Like you said, it takes strategy to build, but it takes impulses just to feel good.
Yep.
The opposite of building is really being impulsive.
Yep.
Y'all got together because y'all was horny. Nothing gets built off that.
Yep.
Well, y'all get together off a strategy,
Yep.
off a system that precede me and you.
Yep.
We continue a legacy that our dad did with,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
business.
Yep.
Like how we do pit bulls, right? We've been working on the same damn breed for the past 20 years. $12,000 dogs. We've been breeding but it's strategy. You can't just up and make $2 fuck.
Yep.
We've been breeding bloodline for the past 20 years.
Yep.
Now we're not doing it in real life, but you know it's pedigree.
Yep.
It's strategic.
Now you got a name.
Now you got a name.
You got a brand.
And now you gotta protect that brand. It's certain dogs you can't buy with money. You gotta be a member of that club.
Yep.
It's certain breeds you can't put up 10,000 like I want your dog.
Your family gotta go back so far.
Yep, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Your family don't go back far enough to even be
A part of this, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like certain clothing lines we weren't even supposed to know about or have access to.
Yep.
Like what do you call it? Aristotle.
Yep.
It was supposed to represent like the elite club, man.
Yep.
You know?
You got it, bro.
This is Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Hey, fools despise wisdom and instruction. You know? Fools despise wisdom and instruction. So when you're moving with structure, and what that does, that exposes how low their culture is, man. How foolish their culture is. Because niggas are only comfortable around other niggas. Okay? The nigga woman is only comfortable around that nigga environment. The club, social media, OnlyFans. You take the nigga woman out that environment, she's trash.
Yep.
You take a nigga out that environment, he don't know how to operate.
Yep.
You know? That's why niggas come to work with that dumbass mindset. Like niggas bring that shit to work. Oh, you snitching. That's the regional manager. He's supposed to report on what you doing, nigga.
Right.
What the fuck you mean?
Yeah.
You know? So it's like niggas only can operate around other low culture niggas, man. And that's why you got niggas that never leave the neighborhood. You got niggas that from the south side of the city never been to the north side of the city. You know? You got niggas in LA that never been to the beach. The beach is about 45 minutes from LA.
They never had their own apartment.
Yeah. You know? You say it's a nigga with no car, no apartment, trying to judge us off low culture.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. You got it, bro.
Real quick, this is Sirach 32 and 32 and 14. Whosoever feareth the Lord will receive his discipline,
Yep.
and they that seek him early shall find favor.
Yeah, so this discipline that we receive is cultivating us. Because even when you go into the law, it was meant to cultivate a particular brand, like you were saying, a brand.
Yeah.
That's why in the ancient world, an Israelite man was sought out. Yeah, think about it. Joseph, he was able to run the empire. Because really, the pharaoh, like you go into the top positions, it really be their right hand that run everything. You know, like you do Game of Thrones, you know, the hand of the king. If they really the one be running, the king might come in, you know, and make an adjustment to something or oversee something, but really it be their right hand. And see, Israelite men was known to be in that position. Nehemiah, he was a cupbearer, you know, for Artaxerxes. Even when Nehemiah wanted to go check on Israel, man, he pretty much, he was like, he asked Nehemiah, like, how long you gonna be gone? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yeah, he trying to, yeah. He was like, how long you gonna be gone? Then he sent them by his way, but that shows you the value. Like Daniel. Daniel was the hand of the king during this 60 years. You see? That's the value that this discipline cultivated. It came from this law, it came from this structure, it came from this order.
Yeah, because Daniel goes back to Jung Allah, right?
Yep.
Judge of Yahweh.
Yep.
But an honorable judge is just a judge forever.
Yep.
Like even in America.
Yep.
How long have we been watching Judge Joe Brown?
Yep.
Judge Mathis?
Yep.
They're not here today and gone after 4 years.
Yep.
They're judges
Yep.
till they die.
And they still look at them, you know, for insight on particular things. You know, they still reverence, you know, those men's perspective.
Because just like there are pillars on that building,
Yeah.
a judge is a pillar to society.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
He that seeketh the law shall be filled therewith, but the hypocrite will be offended thereat.
Yeah, the hypocrite, and it's cold. And our people are hypocrites, like you said in your lesson, bro. Like, Trevante can come to, and we use a Thanksgiving dinner because that's the nigga gathering, you know. yeah. That's the you know, that's the the summoning of all niggas. So to Big Mama house, you know what I'm saying? The matriarch summons everybody back home. Niggas fly in, you know.
For real.
So Trevante can come to the Thanksgiving dinner, and like you say, his new girlfriend and his baby mama can be fixing him a plate, and there's no problem. But if you come in there with 2 wives, shit, niggas will stop eating. You know, you might get put out. You know what I'm saying? Cussed out. They might get cut. You like, God damn.
Well, let's say she a lot younger than you.
Yeah.
You mid-30s, she 19, 20.
Yeah.
Like, well, what the? Like he manipulated her all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You know,
or like you say, a nigga come home from prison and everybody is lined up, waiting on this nigga. But here it is, when we come from camp, we don't get that. Yeah. These niggas costing everybody. Big Mama done lost it, had to put up the house behind this nigga. Now you gotta pay to talk to this nigga. This nigga gonna want commissary. You know, all that shit.
He a whole liability. But here it is, brothers risking their life, you know, in the belly of the beast for us to have a kingdom, and we don't get that reaction, man. I mean, even the fact that we pulled our pants up,
Yeah.
you know, we're on the right side of the law.
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't agree with the truth,
Yeah.
you saw what it did to us, that should at least make you proud of us to a certain extent.
Yep.
Now, y'all more pushing for the niggas in the family, man.
Yep. Barabbas. Give us Barabbas.
Yep.
Give us Barabbas, man.
Oh, man.
That spirit back. They rather have Barabbas, like you say. You know, brother, you know, your little cousin, son of the brother, you know how to heal you now.
Yeah.
You know, like you saying, he know how to heal you now.
Yeah.
He know how to straighten your credit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, on point. He know a brother that can come and build you a new door frame.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's another thing, because high value men is not about per se salary, but the type of network that your man has.
Character.
You know, the network of men that he had access to. Somebody can come fix refrigerator at the call. Okay, somebody, let's say, come build a shed in the back. You know, somebody that can set you up. You know, pretty much a nutritionist, a meal plan. You know, things that produce life. You see?
Hey, men are the pillars of society. Hey, without these shall not a nation be inhabited.
Yep.
You got to take the dominant power structure out the picture.
Yep.
Take America out the picture, and how would you as a people function? Then you will see a value of a man that can grow food.
Yep.
You will see the value of a man that can hunt, fish, farm. You'll see the value of men that can use these laws to civilize people, to settle disputes.
Yep.
You'll see the value in, okay, look, we gotta have a arranged marriage.
Yep.
And we gotta develop these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old boys, these 12-year-old boys to go how to hunt.
Yep.
You saw the series Roots.
Yep.
They had a passage of rights.
Yep.
Before you can put your thing in a woman, nigga, you gotta know how to hunt. You gotta prove you can hunt. You gotta prove that you can be a warrior.
You can build.
You can build. You have to go through that. And when he came back at 15, he told his mama woman. She was like, yes, sir. When Kuta came back from the woods, after he passed his passage of rights, his mama was submissive to him, man.
Yeah.
Because she knew, like, you a man now.
Yep.
You know?
Had to be earned, man.
Yep.
And niggas don't earn anything, man. The worst niggas have the most children. I think NBA Youngboy, I looked at it. He got 12 children by 10 baby mamas, man.
And that nigga ain't even 25 yet. That
Yeah.
nigga like, what, 20? That nigga like 20, he ain't over 26, man.
I'm up in jail, I know that.
Yeah.
But they go crazy over him.
Yep.
But this is who Esau up to be. This is who Esau put up to be our alpha.
Yep.
Our King David.
Yep.
That man is 25 with 10 baby mamas. Not
Yep. Terrible.
terrible, man.
So wickedness just multiplied.
Yep.
You know? Oh, you got it, bro.
And Mayweather's daughter got a baby with that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's how crazy. And she got this motherfucker. I mean, this is crazy though.
But he can't control.
Yeah.
He in Babylon.
Yep.
So he can't cut his daughter off.
Yep.
You know, because really I'm just gonna make this point real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead.
Really in the scriptures, your daughter is really in prison
Yep.
until she's ready to be debuted.
Yeah.
You know how you have an album debut?
Yep.
All right, in the ancient world, even going back to the 1800s, early 1900s, they had something called like a debut. And that's like really your daughter when she's an adult, and you're debuting her to the world now.
Yep.
You know why it's from, like from the father's house to the husband's house?
Yeah.
Where she went?
Yeah. That's why in Sirach, you go into a GNT, it said, give her no windows. Give your daughter no windows, man.
Which one is it?
Sirach 42. Oh, you got the Bible, yeah. I saw you with that thing, man. In Sirach 42, it said the father words for his daughter. Yeah. So look, man, this thing teaches how to build a nation from the family on up, from the son to the daughter.
Yep.
You know?
Because the nation is a big family.
Yeah.
And if each individual family is running off the same system, then the nation is running efficiently, man. You know, like you always going to it. The law gave us a filtering system.
Yep.
It gave us a agricultural system. It gave us an economical system, Jubilee.
Yep.
Okay. It gave us a system of a pro-family, even if impulse was the case with the grape thing. Guess what? It still has a protocol that created another family.
Yeah, it's a system to defend you against human nature.
Yep.
You know, like okay, these things might happen, but this is the protocol if it does happen. This is the plan of action. Because we don't have a law commanding you to do it. We have a law for as a protocol if it does happen.
Because has it ever stopped?
It never stopped. And there's so many women, they when they walk past the camps and these topics come up and they're like in their 20s and 30s, they're not going to tell you that their first time was what might have been with a dude that was at least 5 to 10 years older than them. Mm-hmm. You ever heard that song by Betty Wright?
The first time?
Yeah, but she didn't tell you how old that man was.
Nah.
You see?
Yeah. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 42, verse 9 in the GNT. Although he would not let his daughter know it, a father will lie awake at night worrying about her. If she is young, he worries that she might not get married.
Yeah, because this is the ancient world style. All right. Now they're gonna go off a little bit in here. All right, but it says that he worried that she would not get married because in the ancient world you're worried if your daughter's gonna be taken. Yeah, get married. All right.
If she is already married, he worries about her happiness. If she is a virgin, he worries that she might be seduced and become pregnant while living in his house.
We have something called shame culture. That's a shame to your name and your legacy if your daughter gets randomly pregnant before you marry her off. All right? And in Sirach KJV, it didn't say he was worried about her happiness. They added that there.
Yep.
Really, he was worried about her virginity.
Yep.
Okay, I hope she don't get pregnant before I marry her off.
Yep.
Because we had shame culture, and you could not be a whore, or as they call it, break wedlock,
Yep.
while you were in your father's home.
And you did nothing of yourself, you
Yep.
know, because your actions affected your whole family name,
Yep.
you know, because if that happened and your daughter's found pregnant before she's married, well, that affected your little sisters and their chances of finding a man of status,
Yep.
you know.
That's why that movie, that show Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Bridgerton. If you ever watched it, it's that way. You know, it's like 19. What? Remember they like 18.
17.
Hey.
That was Queen Charlotte, Queen George.
Yeah.
That was, matter of fact, that was right before 1776, before
America got the independence.
yeah, America got their independence, because that's who America broke away from,
Mhm.
King George. You know, that's who that Boston Tea Party when they stopped paying taxes, because you know he was senile, so they took their chance. You know what I'm saying? He fucked up.
Yeah,
He got
yeah,
it.
but on that show, like the lady, the girl, she come be with a by herself with a guy.
Yeah.
Cause that looks. It's not saying that. That's like it be like a shame.
Yeah.
Or, like
Because
something
they don't
like
know what y'all did.
Did, yeah.
Because what they call they'll call the woman being compromised.
that. Yeah,
They were like saying you gonna compromise yourself.
yeah.
So now, cause if you a man of status, you ain't got time to figure out, you know what I'm saying, if she done already been with men or not.
Yeah.
So if she's been alone with men, that's a clue like, well, she might be hot in the ass, man. You know, how can I trust her? I be gone all the time and she already got a reputation of just being alone with men. And when you see, it's like,
Yeah, no, go ahead, bro.
I'm just saying, when you see Bridgerton, man, you'll get depressed.
Yeah.
You're like, God damn. Cause we not used to no standard.
Yeah.
You know, we used to Uncle Luke, R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying, Boosie and Webby. You know what I'm saying? Then you see a standard, like, God damn.
Yeah, cause she shoot you like you gonna. She said you gonna do. She said you gonna ruin me. She said basically gonna ruin me if they catch me alone with her.
Yep.
And it's a good show. It shows how far how far we feel too. How society feel.
Reading on, it says, verse 11, back in the Sirach 42, in the GNT, it said, keep a close watch over your daughter if she is determined to have her own way. If you don't, she may make a fool of you in front of your enemies.
Like you said, she might be a little hot in the ass. Because what happens when a female of any creature gets in heat? They start behaving differently.
Yep.
Whether you're a woman, a dog, because like I had a little dog, right? And she used to give off a certain pheromone when she urinated when she was in heat. And it was like an extended piss. But it was the signal to male dogs, hey, I'm in heat.
Yeah, no.
Hey, I'm in heat.
Hey, because a lot of these women, you know, they get taken. They put themselves in that situation to kind of be taken.
Yeah, they create that scenario.
They create that scenario to where it could happen, you know? And it says, reading on, it says, if you don't, she may make you a fool of you in front of your enemies. You will be a constant joke to everyone in town, a public disgrace. Make sure that her room has no windows or any place where she can look out to the entrance of the house. Don't let her show off her beauty in front of men or spend her time talking with the women. Women hurt other women just as moths damage clothing.
Yeah, because how it says in the KJV, sitting out of the midst of women, Well, here's talking about the daughter shouldn't be in the midst of women.
Yep.
Then it say, give her no windows.
Yep.
So really your daughter's in prison till it's time for her to be married off.
Yep.
But even upper class Esau in the South knows that.
Yep.
Them Edomite girls that come from that patriarch,
Yep.
you can tell they got that clean look.
Yep.
They ain't been out there like that.
Yep. Yep.
But I got a word because it said give her no windows, right?
Yep.
Now this is a word when you go into like etiquette and dealing with daughters, it's called debutante. And this is the definition for debutante. And it goes back to the word, I'm gonna spell it too. It's spelled D-E-B-U-T-A-N-T-E. D-E-B-U-T-A-N-T-E. And it's rooted in the word debut, like an album debut when you first release your album.
Yep.
But here's the definition, dictionary.com. An upper class young woman making her first appearance in fashionable society.
And it said upper class.
Yeah.
Because if I can add,
No, you got it, bro.
when you upper class, you can't waste a marriage.
You can't.
You see, going back to you're trying to sustain your family status, so you can't waste a marriage. Okay? You can't just get randomly married to someone like, nah, your father needs an alliance. He needs to strengthen his house. So he can't just waste a marriage based on a woman's emotion, how she feel, the baker's son cute. No, that shit don't matter. It's upper class. We can't just waste a marriage. Even the sons. When the father was finding a wife for his sons, okay? You can't just waste a marriage when you're of nobility, man. You see, when you're low nature, when you're low culture, like I say, you can just randomly, the woman come home pregnant, the Cyrus nigga get everybody pregnant, you know? Because you're at the bottom of the bottom. So nothing really matters. But when you upper class, these marriages have a deeper meaning than, a wedding cake. You know? You got it, bro.
No, hey, can you read that, brother?
This is a debutante. Is a young woman, usually from an upper class or aristocratic family, who was formally introduced to society at a special event or ball known as a debutante ball. It says traditionally, this event marks her coming of age, and historically, it was a way to signal her eligibility for marriage.
It was a way to signal her eligibility for marriage. Now you're gonna find out that we had brides market in the ancient world. That's why I said if I sell thy daughter to be a servant, she should not go off as men servants do. Because after men servants do 6 years, they're free to be released. These are Hebrew Israelite men, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American men who put their 6 years in and accumulated wealth. But a daughter, she don't put her 6 years in. If you sell your daughter off, all right, she's the property of the Israelite that you sold her to. But if you go into our history, we had markets. Mm-hmm. See now, right here, like in the French era, we had balls. But in the ancient world, you really had markets. If you look at the Roma, I want to say the Roma of Bulgaria, they have bride markets there. And the father would bring his daughter to the bride's market, and it could be thousands of people, hundreds of families, and they all bring their daughters to this bride's market, hoping that another family will buy their daughter. And the daughter might get sold for 10 bands, you know, and they only do it amongst each other. Like, you can't be outside the Roma. Yep. Because the Roma are the gypsies,
yep.
And the gypsies go back to Israel.
Yep.
But they still maintain the cultures of our forefathers.
But you get that so your house get that lump sum.
Yep.
And then you network with that family.
And y'all both have the same religion. Y'all both have, because all of them are underdogs of society. They don't use that network with the outsiders.
No.
So you're not gonna sell your daughter to a heathen, to an outsider. The whole thing was like, we maintaining our identity.
Yep.
And like you said, everybody wins. Oh, that was it, bro.
You had something? You got that good word?
I do on the 4 and 4. But ye that did Cleveland. But ye.
Go to 5.
I just do on the 4 and 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgment, even as Yahweh Shai, my power, commanded me that ye should do so in the land whether ye had go to possess it.
Yeah, so just as the poem was saying earlier, if you move the dominant power structure away from our people, what could they do? Nothing. So these laws was given to us because we was going to be sovereign in our own land. This is why we was given this structure. You see, our people, they're just existing off the crumbs. They become content with existing off the crumbs of another man's society. Okay? They live off the crumbs of Esau Edom.
Yep.
Okay? To where our people don't have no mind towards sovereignty, man. That's why the woman can just up and leave a marriage. Okay? But when and they think in their mind that that's better, but look at the situation they're in. Multiple baby daddies, multiple marriages, children out of order, society out of order. But you have the option to leave. Okay? And the woman mind, she winning. No, that's low culture. You're participating in behavior that keeps your people constantly at the bottom, man.
And one sign of being low is you're free to go off your sexual impulses.
Yep.
You're free to go off your primal nature. That's a poor man's game, you know?
The
Peasant. You think she liberated sexually?
Yeah.
No, you're a hyena.
Yep.
and I got a scripture real quick.
Come on, bro.
All right, Sirach 13 and 18. What agreement is there between the hyena and a dog, and what peace between the rich and the poor? Like the brother was bringing out, this is rich culture.
Yep.
It's not just a random book written by men with turbans.
Yeah.
This is rich culture.
Yep.
Well, this is a culture that during the Crusades with those Israelites, they went back to the Middle East and brought the culture of the Middle East to France.
Yep.
That's why France is the country that's known for like high class, aristocracy.
Yep.
All right, the upper echelon.
Yep.
But it came from Jerusalem.
Yep.
That's why we read the book of the forefathers. It goes into and not putting your elbows on the table.
Yep.
All right. You get into that, and not having your daughter out there.
Yep.
All right. Modesty, etiquette.
Yep.
So the upper crust mindset came from Jerusalem. It wasn't just dudes in turbans and camels, man.
Yep.
We had the Most High gave us all the gems of society. You know, but I read that again, Sirach 13.
Because you look at those palaces in France, man, they on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And the French used to look down on the British and the Spanish.
Yep.
You know?
Because the British got their style from the French.
Yep.
Sirach 13 and 18 again. What agreement is there between the hyena and a dog, and what peace between the rich and the poor?
Yeah, can you read about something?
As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor.
Go ahead.
As the proud hate humility, so that the rich abhor the poor.
Yep. What you were verse?
Sirach 13 and 20.
Go to like 13. See what it says.
All right. Sirach 13 and 13. Observe and take good heed, for thou walkest in peril.
Okay, 16. Yeah.
Okay, come.
Yep.
Sirach 13, 16.
Yep.
All flesh consorted according to kind,
Yep.
and a man will cleave to his life.
A man will cleave to his life. You see? And that's why when you go into the nobility, they married amongst the nobility, man. Because it wasn't a thing of them looking down on the peasants. They understood you had to be groomed to be a wife of a king.
Yeah.
Okay? You had to be groomed, okay, to be a ruler. You see, these things had to be cultivated. Like you say, they're not born, they're made.
Yeah, it's
You
right.
see?
It's right.
So you gotta put those two compatibles together. You see? So a man will cleave to his life. So that's why amongst the nobility, they will marry amongst each other, because they understood the inner workings of rulership, of administration. Okay? Now a king will have concubines from any class, but the women that will be running his estates will be women of nobility.
Well, and what happened, you go into the components of our culture, right, of our heritage, every man was a corporation within himself.
Right.
So what do you have here in America? Women starting school at what, kindergarten?
Yep.
And they're being groomed to work for Esau's corporations.
Yep.
Whether it's the hospital, some corporate building, but in our homeland, Jerusalem, once again, Esau is not in the picture. Who's the corporation? You're the corporation. You and nepotism. You inherit the corporation from your father, but women are being groomed to work under your corporation. All right. For example, the plantations in the South, those were plantation corporations. That's why we still have the last name of the owners. Isn't that heavy? And guess what? Our women became servants for those owners. So they got that makeup from us. So in our homeland, you were the corporation. You inherited it from your father. And you inherited his workers, his slaves, his land, his cattle. But the Israelite women were groomed to work in your corporation.
Yep.
When the scriptures speak about the first son getting an inheritance, the fat,
Yep.
That's corporate talk. That's nepotism, man.
Because the Israelite woman, she knows how to run Esau's businesses.
She does.
But she's really supposed to do that for us. She's
right.
supposed to be running the heathen slaves that we had, especially those maid servants.
Don't serve her.
When you get through, I think that's
And it's women, man. It's women that groom other women to be servants, man.
Yep.
Like the fact that you can make a school of women, because the scripture goes into the manner of women.
Yep.
It doesn't get heavy into it, but it goes into the manner of women. All right, and then because Abraham has 300 servants, right? And they went and got his nephew back, right?
Yep.
But just like that, they can fight.
Yep.
So the man knew martial arts.
Yep.
Nah, man, we was heavy back then.
Yep.
We had our own military, man.
Yep.
A servant wasn't just a cupbearer to Abraham.
Yeah.
So they were badass.
So even when Nehemiah, when they went to build the temple, Nehemiah told them to put swords on their side.
Yeah.
You know, like you say, he wasn't just a cupbearer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think I'm gonna grab Nehemiah? No, you're not. It ain't gonna go like you think. This 1 Kings chapter 4. 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 20. The people of Judah and Israel were as numerous as the grains of the sand of the seashore. They ate and drank and were happy. Solomon's kingdom included all the nations from the Euphrates rivers to Philistia and the Egyptian border. They paid him taxes and were subject to him all his life. And this is the point. As long as he lived, the people throughout Judah and Israel lived in safety. Each family with its own grapevine and fig trees.
Like you said, Israel was really a big family, man. And and that was a prelude to the kingdom.
Yep.
So each Israelite family had their own land.
Yep.
Because I think you went into that a while back, like having your own grapevine, really had your own property.
You had your own substance.
Had your own substance, man.
Everybody had their own resources.
Look at that raccoon, man.
You know?
Damn coon.
Yeah. Everybody had their own resources, man.
Yeah.
You know? And this was under the structure of King Solomon. So King Solomon, he said we was as the sand of the sea. So like you say, when you have a civilization that you're running, okay, you have to have the order or structure of that civilization to collapse, man.
And it starts with the family.
Yep.
That's why it's so important. You can't let your daughter go off her own devices.
Yep.
With finding a husband. And you got a line that goes back to Adam.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me you got a lineage that can be traced back to Adam, and you gonna let your daughter fuck it up?
Yeah.
Like it was a nigga woman on a particular show on YouTube. It was a reality show, Middle Ground.
Yeah.
She got her tubes tied and never had a baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you see how you just fucked that up for your.
Yeah.
You
It took a minute.
God,
that's like you your dad's only son. You get a vasectomy. You never had a child.
yeah.
Why are you here?
To enjoy Rome.
Yeah.
She could hop on different dicks and never get pregnant.
Yeah.
We know why. You know. We can wrap this up after this.
Okay, come. This is matter of fact, get that in what you call it. And we'll finish that out.
Come.
Then Deuteronomy 4:6 and that'll be last.
Alright. This Deuteronomy 4 and 6. Keep that for. Let me start back up. You started 5.
Yep.
This Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh Shai, my power commanded me, that you should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it.
Go ahead.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great people shall surely this great nation is wise and understanding people.
Yeah, so why you think they was coming to King Solomon? Just to hear him talk. Not to hear him rap a drill song, but to hear his wisdom on how to run the kingdom.
Come on, man.
You see?
And you as a king, you would go and travel
Yeah.
to get insight on how to run my kingdom.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Come on, man. Hey, we come from a very rich, high culture, man.
But thou art rich.
Yep. So we're not here trying to make sense to you, man. You know, if you're offended, that's on you. You know, you got it.
Hey, because the poor, your whole thing in America is pleasing your flesh.
Yep.
You know, but the rich is like, no, we're about rulership.
Yep.
So we two polarities. Hey, but with that, we hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Kakadash.
double honors to our elder apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba Baal.
Shalom.
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 Shalom.